morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, February 4th, 2021. Coach Rich in the house, upper body day today. We're gonna be warming up with some Turkish get-ups, slow style. We're doing 1 minute up and down. So we're really gonna be focusing on technique, focusing on our form. But then once those are done, we're going full arm blaster work today. So we'll be starting with a little seesaw seated overhead press, followed up by some single arm rows, and then some alternating iso hold curls. That's our main piece number one. Main piece number two, we're gonna bring it onto the ground for some. All right, so we're gonna restrict the range of motion a little bit. We're gonna really emphasize the triceps here. Then from there, we're gonna go straight to a banded kickback, single arm style. And then we're gonna be doing a banded front raise as well. If you don't have a band, you're gonna grab a light set of dumbbells. That'll work just fine. And then we're finishing off with even more arms. So it's gonna be basically all arms all day. We're going with a Zotman curl, so a little rotation at the top of the curl. A diamond push-up, again, emphasis on the triceps, and then a 1.5 style lateral raise. But before we get that going, let's loosen up the shoulders, loosen up the pecs. Let's get loose. Oh yeah. So as I'm doing this, I'm going palms up, palms down. So I want to alternate which arm is going above, which arm is going below. And then we're going to go up and downs. Remember on these, you're trying to point your thumb behind your body. So as my arm goes up, my thumb points back. As my arm goes down, my thumb points back. 3, 2, 1. Let's get a little side bending in here. Step in front of your body, put your hand on your hip, push into your hip, stretch through your obliques, through your lats, through your shoulder. Get your spine to laterally flex. Oh, big reach. For those of you that trained yesterday, we had a good full body day yesterday. Maybe you're feeling a little banged up, so let's just kind of loosen things up right now. 3, 2, 1 more. Oh, let's come down to the half knee. Half kneeling flow. Hand is coming opposite the forward foot. Out, work that open hip, so working into the groin, the high hamstring. Down, open. When you hit this open turn, notice I'm stacked in a straight line from my top hand all the way down here to my bottom hand. So when you're doing the twist, you don't want to just fling your arm open. You want to rotate from your torso. So really get your spine to twist. And then similarly, when we do the other side, I'm going to use my arm to drive my leg out. And then I'm going to again try to get in a good straight alignment here from my bottom hand all the way up to my top hand. And we're going to do one more twist towards the leg. One more twist away from the leg. And then we're going to switch. Same idea, hand on the inside of the leg, push away. Open up the high hip, the groin, down. Big turn towards the leg. Hiya! Arm down, big turn away. Take your time on these rotations. Really focus on rotating through your trunk, not just through your shoulder and your arm, but really feel like you're mobilizing through your spine. Really, really important. And then let's go into a couple cat-cows real fast. Did these in a little bit opposite order, that's okay. Your body doesn't know any different. Round and arch. And then from here, we're gonna get up and do a high plank. Let's walk into a little down dog. Once you get back here, just pedal the feet a couple of times. Stretching the calves out a little bit. All right, so we're gonna be starting with our Turkish get-up today. So our Turkish get-up, we're gonna be doing these really slow. So I'm gonna be cueing us through the whole move. And the idea is to take 1 minute going all the way up and all the way down. So we gotta go really, really slow here. All right, so really focus on being intentional. When you're holding the bell, you're trying to hold it in a position. So whether you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, doesn't matter. Notice my wrist position, it's vertical. So I don't want my wrist broken like this. I want my wrist vertical. The bell is sitting right between my two wrist bones. I'm gonna point my knuckles up at the ceiling. If I were to make a triangle with my forearms and take one away, that's where it should sit. So the bell is resting on my shoulder, it's resting on my forearm, It's resting on my bicep there a little bit, so it's tucked in. So that's our front rack. Now, we're gonna be starting from the ground. When we start from the ground, whatever side we have the bell in, that's the leg that is going to be up. So if I have the bell in my right arm, my right leg is up. My first move is gonna be to my forearm, to my hand, sweep, upright, square the hips, stand up, step back, open, from the hip, out, down, sweep and sit, and then roll back to the floor. Alrighty? So, I'm gonna again cue us up on these. We're gonna go slow. We're taking 1 minute up, 1 minute down. So take your time, focus on your technique, focus on your form here. We're doing 6 total sets, 3 on the right, 3 on the left. We'll take a 25-second rest in between sets here. All right, so we're gonna start with the get up on the right side here, guys. Get up on the right side. So we're down on the ground. The bell is up in the air. First move, here we go. Slow to the forearm. All right, everything is locked in place. Now we're gonna get up to our hand. Eyes on the bell the whole time. Squeeze the handle tightly. Now I'm quickly gonna bridge and then sweep my knee underneath. Bridge and sweep. Slowly come upright, my core is engaged here. From here, I need to square my body around. So I'm gonna pivot my knee. I'm gonna swing my foot around. I'm gonna get nice and tight. All right, I'm still driving my knuckles to the ceiling. We're gonna stand up. All right, we're nice and tight. The weight's on my right side. I'm gonna step back with my left leg. Control. From here, we're gonna open our right hip. All right, core is staying nice and tight. Hinge. Walk the hand out, plant the hand. Notice my weight is stacked directly over the top of my downside hand. From here, I'm gonna sweep, sit, abs tight, forearm, and roll. Whew! All right, we're gonna take 25 seconds, reset, we're gonna switch sides. So same idea here. Taking your time, being as intentional as possible as you're progressing from position to position. Left arm here, left leg starts up. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna roll the hip over, get to the forearm. Eyes on the bell, squeeze the handle to the hand. Staying stacked up. Your core is tight the whole time. I'm gonna bridge and sweep my knee. Abs tight, come upright. Square everything up. Nice and tight, you're engaging your core. Your shoulder is staying perfectly still. Weight stacked over the shoulder, we're gonna stand up. Now, from here, we're gonna step back with the right leg, control. From here, we're gonna open our left hip. We're gonna come from our right hip out in front of our body. Control, control, control. We're gonna plant, we're gonna be stacked up. Now I'm gonna swing my leg through and underneath, sit my butt down, abs tight to my forearm, roll, 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 and then down. Woo! Good work, good work. All right, so we don't need to go too heavy on these because the focus, the intent is really on our technique, is on our form, is on being as absolutely stable as possible through the entire move. All right, so we've done one on each side. We're gonna come back to our right side for set number 2. Knuckles pointed up at the ceiling. All right, here we go. First move, I'm gonna roll my hip over, get to my forearm. Eyes on the bell the whole time, to the hand. All right, now when I come up and I bridge, I'm not doing this thing where I'm like bridging way up. I just wanna bridge up enough to be able to sweep my leg under. Bang. Then up, control, lock everything in nice and tight. My core is tight. I'm gonna drive hard through my front leg. From here, we're coming back. Control, control, control. Lock in, open the right hip, open, open, open. Find my hip, hinge. Walk it out, plant my hand, get nice and stacked. Similarly from here, I'm gonna sweep and drop to my butt quickly. Bang, control. Then to my forearm, and then all the way down, and then all the way down. Whew! One common miss I see, people mess around too much with the bridge part. When you're starting to do a heavier get up, you don't want to be exposed in that position where you're bridging up off the ground, you get this big heavy weight overhead. You want to get your butt up and off the ground, back onto the ground. All right, left side. And I'll take an extra second and we'll talk about that when we get there. All right, here we go. Knuckles are at the ceiling. We're gonna roll to the hip on our forearm. From here, engage the core, core tight. Now here's what I'm talking about. Right when I bridge, I'm gonna try to sweep under quickly. Bang, get my knee right underneath that bell. Then I can come up with control. So there's parts of this move that you wanna do with a little bit of pace. And there's parts that you wanna slow down and lock in. All right, lock in tight, drive up. Control it coming down. Control, control, control. Now we're gonna open our left hip. Abs are still tight. We're gonna hinge back, eyes in the bell. Plant the hand. All right, here is again, we're gonna sweep and get to our butt quickly. Bang. Down to the forearm. Abs are tight, roll, 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 roll. Two hands, bring it back down. Woo! All right. Looking good. So, we've done 2 on each. We're just gonna do 1 more per side here. We're really gonna smooth this thing out. So really taking our time. On this one, we're gonna do deliberate pauses at each position. So each position, we're gonna pause, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna move on. All right, so here we go, right side. Bell is up. Here we go, roll to the forearm. 3, 2, 1, to the hand. 3, 2, 1, bridge and sweep. 3, 2, 1, come upright. 3, 2, 1, square the hips. Lock in. 3, 2, 1, stand. 3, 2, 1, back with the left. 3, 2, 1, open the right hip. 3, 2, 1, hinge. 3, 2, 1, plant the hand. 3, 2, 1, sweep and sit. 3, 2, 1, down to the forearm. 3, 2, 1, down to the back. 3, 2, 1, 2 hands, return it to the floor. Woo! Good stuff, good stuff. All right, guys, way to go. Last time through, left side. All right, take your time. Super stable with that bell. Crush the grip, so really squeeze it tight. The tighter you squeeze, the more stability you're gonna bring to your rotator cuff. Really, really important here. All right, same idea, 3 count pauses at each position. Bell is up, left leg up. All right, 3, 2, 1, roll to the forearm. 3, 2, 1, up to the hand. 3, 2, 1, bridge and sweep. 3, 2, 1, come upright. 3, 2, 1, square the hips. 3, 2, 1, stand up. 3, 2, 1, step back with the right. 3, 2, 1, open the left hip. 3, 2, 1, hinge. 3, 2, 1, plant the hand. 3, 2, 1, sweep and sit. 3, 2, 1, down to the forearm. 3, 2, down to the back. 3, 2, 1, 2 hands, return it to the ground. Woo! Awesome job, guys, way to go. That was great. All right, so moving on. First one, main piece, seesaw seated press. So our seesaw seated press, you're gonna sit your butt down. If you have nothing to sit down onto, you're gonna go from the half kneeling position. With the seesaw press, that means one arm's gonna start up and you're gonna switch. One arm goes up, one arm goes down simultaneously. Your chest stays up, your abs are nice and tight. These are gonna be 25-second long sets. After our seesaw press, we're gonna be doing a single arm row. So I'm gonna be posting off my bench. If you don't wanna use the bench, forearm driving into the leg. Remember, you're pulling your elbow back for your hip. I'm gonna plant on my bench here. Back is nice and flat. I'm pulling my elbow back from my hip. So the thing's coming up at a little bit of an angle. You got a little bit of daylight between your arm and the side of your body. So you don't wanna be in here, you're not way out here. A little bit of gap, okay? Right arm single arm row, left arm single arm row. The last one we're gonna do a hold one, rep one curl. So you're gonna grab your lighter weights for your dumbbell curl. You're gonna begin by curling them both up. You're gonna lower one, curl it. Lower one, curl it. Notice I'm doing an isometric hold on the other side. So we're working the whole set here. Oh, keep your arms in front of your midline. Don't let your arms drift behind your back. Keep your elbows out in front. Hold, rep one, hold one. Okay? Seesaw press, single arm row right, single one, curl one. All right, 25 seconds of work. 4 rounder here, 25 seconds of rest. No extra rest between rounds. We're gonna take 25 seconds off in between every single exercise. So this is an opportunity to go a little bit heavier. At 25 seconds, you're thinking somewhere around 12 to 15 reps. At the end of that 12 to 15 reps, you should feel pretty spent. If you feel like you got 5 more reps in the tank, your weight's too light. You gotta bump up a little bit. All right, guys, on the clock. Seesaw overhead press. Hip, hip. Whoo! Weights are up. One arm is up. And then we're gonna alternate. My chest is tall, my abs are tight. As one comes up, one comes down. Smooth. Nothing moves but your arms. Everything else is completely quiet. Whoo! Setting that down. Single arm row coming up next. Single arm row. Remember, when you're doing these rows, you're driving your elbow back for your hip. You're gonna flatten your chest out over the top of the floor. Back is flat. My palm is facing in towards my midline. Elbow coming back from my back pocket here. Ready? Here we go. Brief pause at the top of the rep. So remember, we're utilizing some rest today. So if you're getting to the end of these sets and you're not feeling like you worked too hard, we either got to bump up the weight a little bit or you gotta work a little faster, try to get a few more reps in. All right, opposite arm, same idea. Back is flat, chest over the ground. Hit your numbers, here we go. A little bit of space between your arm and your side. Pull, stick it at the top, control it coming back down. Drive your elbow back for your back pocket. Whew. And then our last one, we got our curl action here. So we're gonna grab the weights. Chest is up nice and tall. We're gonna turn our palms out. So palms are gonna face out. We're gonna set up at the top of our curl. So both arms are gonna be up. And then when we go, we're gonna lower one while we hold the other. Here we go. Chest is nice and tall. No body English. So that means you're not wiggling around. You're staying nice and tall. Your core is tight. You're squeezing that bicep hard at the top of the rep. Notice when I come up with these weights, I'm not coming up like this and taking tension off my bicep. They're staying just slightly out in front of my body and forcing my bicep to work the whole set. Whoo! Awesome. All right, one round down. So we got 3 more sets coming up. You felt all of them. So now you're thinking, hey, am I at the right working weight here? If you are, great. If you're not, you know what to do. You gotta bump it up a little bit. All right, you gotta find that right working weight. That's gonna give you the correct amount of stress so that your body creates the adaptations that we want. Smooth. Everything you do, form, technique is number one, intensity, number two. No technique, no intensity. But once you got your technique, that's when you gotta ramp it up. Whew. Single arm row coming up. Backs are flat, chests are up. You're gonna pull hard. You're gonna stick it at the top of the rep. I want you to feel those lats, all right? Those big back muscles. So feel them as they're engaging to pull that weight and then sticking up at the top of the rep. Flatten your spine, chest up. Ready? Here we go. All right, I'm getting about 10 reps with a brief pause. That's feeling pretty good. All right, so I would say if you're sitting somewhere between 8 and 12, you're right in the wheelhouse. Just make sure you get to the end of the sets and you're feeling like you did something. If not, you know what to do. All right, left side coming up. Backs are flat, chests are up. Here we go. All right, I'm starting to feel a little something now. That's what I'm talking about. All right, curlies. Curlies coming up here, guys. Hey. All right, so you're gonna rotate your hands so that your palms are gonna face out the whole set. Stance is narrow, chest is up, abs are tight. Begin by curling them both up. Lower in one, squeezing at the top of the rep. So when the weight is up, you're not just passively hanging out, but you're actively flexing, you're isometrically contracting that muscle the entire set. Oh. Woo. All right. 2 rounds down, 2 to go, 2 down, 2 to go. Going back to our seesaw press. So sets 3 and sets 4, notoriously, those are our challenge sets. So if you got a little more juice, now's the time to turn it loose. Here we go. 1 up, 1 down, smooth. Chest is up, core is tight, chin is nice and level. Notice as I'm lowering one and raising the other, the side that I'm lowering, I'm allowing my shoulder to drop down. All right, that's allowing for some more freedom in my upper back and my neck. So if you have some neck issues, think about that shoulder dropping as you lower the weight. It's gonna give you a little bit more space up in the top of your shoulder girdles and your neck space. So you won't be so stuck up in here, all right? Single arm row coming up. Again, little pause at the top of the rep. Good squeeze, a little bit of daylight between the arm and the side. Let's go to work, you know what to do. Hit your numbers. Ready? Here we go. When you're doing a row, you never want to pull to the point where the front of your shoulder starts dipping down. So once kind of my upper arm gets more or less parallel with my spine, that's plenty of range of motion. We can get into trouble if we start pulling too hard and you start noticing the front of your shoulder does this kind of thing. That's when you might experiencing some shoulder pain in the front of the joint. So just think, get that arm kind of in line with the spine, little pause there, then bring it back down. So be careful of the over pull. Left side coming up. Ready, ready? Here we go. Think about your shoulder blade. Think about your shoulder blade moving towards your spine as you pull it up. Think about your shoulder blade dropping down as you lower the weight. So feeling that shoulder blade glide across the back of your rib cage, towards the spine, away from the spine. So that's just some classic protraction, kind of gliding around the back. Retraction, coming and pinching inwards. Curls, curls, curls. All right, so set number 3, you better be pushing by now. Come on, you know what we gotta do. We gotta put the work in today. All right, both are coming up, good squeeze. Establish that good isometric contraction, and then let's go to work. Don't worry, there's gonna be more biceps later into this workout. So you're saying, Coach, this is just child's play for my biceps. They can handle way more. Don't worry, I got you covered. Coach has got you covered. The biceps were a secondary thought of this main piece. This first one, I wanna get the most out of our shoulders right here, and then our back. Ooh, got me going. Got me going for real. All right, 3 exercises left on main piece. Numero uno. We're coming back with our row. All right, you're not over pulling. Elbow coming back for the hip, little pause at the top of the rep. Let's go. Hey, hey. Brief little pause at the top. You're not cheating by rounding your spine, you're keeping your chest up. You're moving through your shoulder blade. Woo. All right, we got the left arm, we got a bicep curl, and we're moving on. Left arm plus a bicep curl, moving on. Focus on what you gotta do right here. Focus on what you gotta do. Be mindful of where your hips are. You don't want your butt sitting down like this. Get your butt kind of up in the air. That way your chest will stay more over the floor. All right, let's rock these curls one last time. And then coming up next, we're gonna be doing a little bit more triceps, a little bit more shoulders. All right, but first, we're gonna smoke out these biceps. Let's go. Let's go. Palms are out, curling them both up. Good squeeze, establish that good squeeze up here first, and then you're gonna get your reps going. Arms are staying in front of the spine. You're not letting the arms drift back like this. So we don't want to be using momentum here. Some things we want a little bit of momentum. This is not one of them. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Alrighty, crew. So coming up next, set these up right here. First one is gonna be a floor press. So a floor press, you're gonna be using a pair of dumbbells, and you're essentially gonna be doing like a bench press, chest press type motion from the ground. Notice my arms, they're not way out, they're not tucked in. I got a little bit of a gap, just like my row. By doing this off the ground, it's gonna restrict our motion. It's gonna put more emphasis on our triceps, and it's gonna kind of just save our shoulders a little bit from some wear and tear here. All right, so you're coming here, bang, coming right back up. I would say go with like a medium weight here, nothing crazy. After we are done with that one, we're gonna be doing a little kickback action here. So I'm gonna be grabbing this guy here. I'm gonna grab the band. I'm gonna draw my elbow back, hinge, get a good kickback right here. If you don't have a really light band, then you're gonna use a light dumbbell, all right? So get in the kickback position. You're gonna drive the elbow back. Your arm is kind of in line with your spine. Good kick, good hold. All right, we're gonna do that on one side, then we'll do it on the other. The last one, if you have a band, we're gonna use this for a front raise. Front raise, I'm gonna step up onto my band. I'm gonna grip the band with my palms facing down. I'm gonna raise it out in front of my body, come back down. If you don't have a band, you're going light dumbbells. All right, so that's what we got. That's what we got right there. Oh yeah. Let me just take a peep real quick. Perfect. All right, guys, 35 seconds of work on these. 20 seconds of rest between. We're going 3 rounds through, all right? We're gonna start with the floor press. Cool, cool. On the clock in 10, floor press. Come here, you little dumbbells. Yep. All right, here we go. Generally, you can go a little heavier on your floor press than you would a traditional dumbbell press off of a bench. So you might note that. However, this is a long set. This is 35 seconds. This is significantly longer than the sets we were just doing. So you might find that a little lighter weight is just fine. Hey, hey! All right, we're coming up. We're going to our band here, or your light dumbbell for our single arm kickback. Single arm tricep kickback. I'm gonna grab my band. I'm gonna hold on nice and tight. If it's in my left arm, left foot goes back, forearm into my thigh here, and I'm gonna lock out hard. Again, if you don't have a band, you're going dumbbell on this one. Give me a good squeeze at the top of the rep. Ooh, this is burning for real. I'm coach. Man. Almost there, 5 seconds. Whoo! All right, we're switching hands. Same idea here. Grip your band, grip your light dumbbell. If it's in your right arm, your right foot's gonna step back. Similar to your row, you're gonna get your chest kind of flat over the ground. Ready? Here we go. Good lock, good squeeze. Ooh. Front raise coming up. I'm gonna go with my band here. If you don't got a band, you're going dumbbell. On this kind of band, I'm just gonna step on it. If you have the kind with the handles, you'll probably just step on with one foot. All right, here we go. We're gonna drive out to the front. No arching backwards on these. You're gonna raise your fist to shoulder height, brief pause, control it coming back down. One round down. One round down, you know what to do. If your weight's felt a little light, you gotta bump up a little bit. You gotta bump it up a little bit. We're coming back to the ground with our floor press. Floor press. Weights are starting up. Arms are gonna fall in about 45 degrees. Rapid fire. Long sets, you gotta dig in. Whew. All right, man, my first set I was thinking, oh, cakewalk. Second set, oh, not fun. This burns. All right, light kickback here. 35-second long set. All right, make sure you're using a weight light enough that you can work that whole set. I would say about halfway through, it should be significantly uncomfortable. If it's not, you're not working with the right amount of weight. So about right now or so, you should be like, oh, this isn't very fun. This is pretty uncomfortable. That's right where you should be. But at the same time, you should have enough gas in the tank that you can push through. Come on. Ah. Ooh. Woo. Okay. All right. That's starting to feel like a little something. Yes. Yes. Opposite arm coming up. Backs are flat. Get that band, get the dumbbell in the right spot. Let's go to work. Whoo! Oh, coach got quiet. You know when coach is getting quiet. I'm working over here. Try to get through this thing. Try not to be a wussy. All right, guys, front raisies coming up. Front raisies. Set up on the band, light dumbbells, raise them to shoulder height. Oh, you're standing tall. Raise the hands to shoulder height, brief pause, coming back down. You're not gonna delay at the bottom. Right when you get down, you're coming right back up. Burns. Ah. Ah. Ooh. Okay, floor press. Ooh, floor press coming up. One more time through. We got this. We got this. One time through here. Weights are up. Chests are up. Let's go to work. Woo! Woo! Man, that one just sneaks up on me. I think I'm good, and then before I know it, man, no joke. All right, single arm kickback, y'all, coming up. Let's go. Last time we're doing this. Last time we're doing this one right here. Burn them out. Oh, whoo! Way to work, y'all, way to work. Oh, we are right there now. We are right there, we're working together. Getting stronger together. Switching arms. We're gonna kick back this arm, front raise, and then a big finish. Come on, come on, we're right there. We are right there, let's go. Let's go. Ah. Woo! Oh! Woo! Way to work, guys, way to work. Man. Oh. Hopefully you're feeling like one similar to myself. And that's just gonna be just about right. Right effect for the body right there. Last set, front raises. Ready? Come on. Little pause up at the top, down, bang, right back up. Standing tall, no arching back. Core is staying tight. Keep this out of your neck. So you're trying to raise with your shoulders without shrugging. So think about raising the arms. You shouldn't be feeling this up in your neck at all. Just your shoulder muscles should be working. Whoo, we made it. Big finish coming up, big finish. First one, Zotman curl. Zotman curl, we haven't done these in a little bit. Quick refresher, the Zotman curl, the palms are gonna start out. We're gonna curl up. When you get to the top, you're gonna rotate down. So it starts like this, you curl up. Once you get to the top, you're gonna rotate down. All right, that's called a Zotman curl. Second one, diamond push-up. Diamond push-up. So if you can't get to the end of this set with the diamond push-up, what I want you to try to do is just hold the position. All right, so the diamond push-up is very challenging. I would recommend doing these from an elevated surface or resting your knees onto the ground. So I'm probably gonna use my bench right here. I'm gonna set my hands in a position so that I make a diamond push-up with my hands. So my index fingers and my thumbs create a triangle, right, or a diamond. I guess it kind of looks like a spade as well. From here, it's coming down into a tight little press and back up. So again, this is a really long set. We're only doing 2 rounds. If you get to halfway through or so and you're like, man, I just don't have any more, you got 2 options. You can stay in this position or you can work a little narrow plank buildup as well. All right, but try to keep tension on the muscle group for the full 45-second long set. The last one we got is a 1.5 lateral raise. So we're gonna use our weights. 1.5 is just like it sounds. I'm gonna do a half rep, full rep. Half rep, full rep. Okay? Zotman curl. Diamond push-up, 1.5 lateral raise, 2 rounds, 45 seconds per round. 20-second rest between. Let's do this. Zotman curl on the clock in 10. Hey, hey. Palms are out. Ready? Here we go. Curl it up, rotate, down, reset. Squeeze, rotate, slow on the way down. If there's a pause at the top, there's a squeeze, a rotation, and then a control on the way down. Go up quick. Reset the bottom. Halfway. Come on. Diamond push-up coming up next. Diamond push-up, I'm gonna do these off my bench right here. Again, if you get fatigued, you're gonna hold the position or you're gonna do a little down up. Hands are super close together, thumbs are touching, index fingers are touching. Oh, that was no joke. Man. Woo. Woo. 1.5 style lateral raise, 1.5. You hit a half rep, you hit a full rep. Repeat. 1/2, 1 full, 1/2, 1 full. Here we go. Half, full, half, full. Oh. Keep going, guys. We're almost there. Ah. Oh, man, no joke. You guys are buff. Coach wanted to tap out of that one. And I looked up and saw all you hard-working folks just crushing it. All right, one more time through, then we're done. Zotman curl. Come on. Final time through, let's go. Final time through. Come on. Squeeze at the top. Pause, rotate, down. Woo! 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 Shake it out. Diamond push-up. Remember, if you can't finish a full set, that's okay. That's fine. Hold the position or do some alternating hands to forearms. Let's go. I'm gonna slow down my pace a little bit. I'm gonna try to focus on doing each rep with good form, even though I can't do near as many if I slow down. Just trying to pace myself through this thing, maintain tension on my triceps. almost there. All right, 1.5 style lateral raise. 1.5 style lateral raise. Last thing we're doing this morning, y'all. Come on, we got this. We got this. Last thing we're doing. We're pushing through right now. Come on. Come on, stay with me. Let's go. Ah. Ah. Ah, yes. All right, little stretch right here. If you have something heavy that you can hold on to, maybe like a door frame, a heavy couch, we're gonna do a stretch for our lats here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my thumb, so my thumb is pointing down to the floor, and I'm gonna grab on. So if you got a door frame, you can hold on to something heavy. I'm grabbing this thing with my thumb down. From here, I'm just gonna sit my weight back into my hips. If I'm holding with my left arm, I'm gonna slide my weight to my left side. I'm gonna let my head drop, and I'm gonna get this awesome stretch through my left lat here, all the way down through my QL. I'm just gonna shift my weight side to side as my weight is sitting back onto my heels. And then we're just gonna do the same thing with the other arm. Point your thumb down to the floor, sit your weight back, and then just shift side to side. Let your head drop. Woo, good work today, guys. We got the arms and the shoulders roasted. That was awesome. Another one that we wanna do is make sure that our wrists and forearms are loose. All right, we do a lot with our phones and our computers these days. So we wanna make sure that they're nice and loose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point my fingers back towards my body. I'm gonna start with my chest way out over the front of my hands, and then I'm gonna rock backwards, butt towards my heels. I'm gonna push into the heels of my palms and feel a massive stretch through my forearms, through my palms. Ooh, I'm just gonna hang out here, take a couple breaths. So tomorrow, we got some lower body and some core. Today was all shoulders, all arms.